Oh, that's a good question. We did not have the right approach, and I didn't think we were ready to play. Understanding that they were going to come out with a sense of urgency, and we didn't have that same sense. I thought the game progressed. I thought we started to pick it up, which is good. It's a good sign to see. But you just dug yourself such a deep hole. You know, second half was like night and day, particularly the fourth quarter. But we have to kind of avoid those sluggish starts, whether we're making shots or not. We got to be able to get some defense into the game early.
Were you liking the shots?
Yeah, I mean, in general, but once again, you can't allow the misses to, determine how our defensive disposition. And I thought we did at times. You drop your head, you're a little frustrated. There's some, obvious body language. It's human emotion, but you have to fight that, because they're going to keep coming. And that's where you have to kind of, okay, we're not making shots right now. Let's stay in the game with our defense. We didn't do that in the first quarter.
If you're talking about body language, it's obviously a tough stretch, but whose job is that in the locker room?
Well, it's all of us. I mean, you have to, breathe life and confidence in our guys and continue to shoot the right shots. Continue to do that. I think the law of averages will even out for us. We've struggled at times, and to avoid those lulls, we can't go away from it, and at times we do. But I think you just have to keep encouraging guys to do the right thing, continue to play the right way, and it'll turn. But I still don't think that has anything to do with, our overall defensive focus.
What did you see with the defense on how early? Seemed like you got some open enough looks.
Yeah, he got going, and he was physical. On the offensive end, he was physical on both ends. He was creating separation, playing downhill. He's a really good player, and it's a challenge for Corey. I think it's a good opportunity. You can take something from that, and I know that they're different players, but just how he creates separation, how he gets open. We have to find a way to kind of narrow his airspace, and he played with a level of comfort that I thought got him going.
Well, we have a chance to reset that anyways, or are you worried that people aren't going to be in a good place doing it?
Well, I'm not in a good place. So, no, we don't like this. None of us do. Players don't like it either. But that's where, collectively we have to regroup and know we have a handful of games to play. And it's easy to just say, hey, well, let's worry about it in the off season. And that's not acceptable. We've talked about it, and it matters, all of it. Every possession, every moment we step in between those lines. We have a job to do, and so we can't take those moments lightly.
You feel like they certainly heard it, but you think they internalize and believe that message?
Well, that's a question you have to ask them. I thought we believed it in the fourth quarter. Why can't we believe it in the first?
Wayne.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that closing unit going into the fourth.
I thought they did a terrific job. I know we dug ourselves a hole, but, you fight back, you cut it under double digits, have a chance to, I think, cut it to 7 with time to play. So you give yourself an opportunity. It's a shame that it had gotten so out of hand early that you have to exhaust so much energy to make it a game. But the fact that we were at least able to come back, compete, we made some shots late, made some plays on both sides of the ball. I think, our defensive intensity picked up, our hand activity, and that helped get us out a little bit in transition, open things up. But that the issue is, why do we wait? Let's try to do some of that in the first quarter, sustain it a little bit longer. I think give ourselves a chance.
And lastly, Coach, Anthony always seems to be ready. Can you just talk about the spark he gave off the bench tonight?
Yeah, he has. And he's shown that, from time to time all season. To his credit, he get routine minutes, but he always keeps himself ready. Puts in extra time, puts in extra work after practice. stays in good condition, make sure he's, stays connected to the group and understands what we're doing. So when you insert him, he's plug and play, and he's come up big at times throughout this year. So certainly a credit to him and his level of professionalism.
Thank you, Coach. Safe travel to Detroit.
That's all the time we have. Thanks, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.
No one. I feel like body language, like they went up. What I want to say was 12-2, and then 24-9. I mean, I feel like they was beating the life out of us. No one wanted to play. No one was looking engaged. No one was like locked in. I would say.
What do you think, especially coming off of the defense? What do you think that?
I don't know. I don't know what guys are doing on they free time, to get ready for the game, try to get their mind right. I don't know. I know we come in before pregame. We go over everything. We did a shoot around, so everybody's prepared. And I guess that 20-second walk to the tunnel, I don't know what happens there. A lot of guys, I feel like they go blank. When we out there, the coverage that we have. I don't know what it is. Is it hard, or is it they don't know what's going on? So it's we still have to sit down and have a talk with them, see what's the problem.
What do you think is the mood of the team after the game?
I hope is they have amnesia, because we got a next one in less than 24 hours. So that's the best part about this this game and this league. You get another crack at it, no matter what happens the game before. We got a game tomorrow, so right now we can talk about it, but we can't dwell on like what happened tonight. We can talk about it after the Detroit game, but tonight, right now we got to focus on Detroit. We got a game.
Is the approach, or at least the approach to starting, is that something that should merit the team, players speaking among themselves as a group, to talk anything out or figure anything out?
Yeah. I mean, I know there's just to start the game, it's on the players. Coaches doing the best he can, like to prepare us. Doing pregame for us, like film. Personnels. Going over offensive scheme, defensive scheme. So he's doing a great job of preparing us, and then it's up to us players, to start the game better than we did tonight.
We'll take one last question from Christos.
Hey, KCP, hope you're doing well. How could you explain those ups and downs for your team? You start really sluggish the game tonight. You had a great fourth quarter. How could you explain that?
I mean, Milwaukee came out, real aggressive, and I feel like we didn't hit back, to start the game. We kind of dug ourselves a hole. I don't know if it was just we were missing shots, and then we was like messing up on defense or whatever it was. Milwaukee made shots, and we did it, and then but we couldn't get stops when we wanted to. I think that was the big key to that first half. We couldn't get stops, so they just ran up the scoreboard. I feel like everything was just too easy on to start the game. But second half, towards the end of the second, the second half of the quarter, I think we kind of switched the narrative. We started playing a little bit aggressive. Getting stops when we need it. Also making shots, which everybody's happy, and want to play when they're knocking down shots. But I think the second half we turned it around just by playing. We was down big. We would just try to get back into the game by any means.
And as one of the leaders of this group, what do you need to do, both you personally and the whole team, to establish the fourth quarter's effort until the end?
We just got to stay engaged. I know. I think we lose, focus sometimes throughout the down the stretch in the fourth. But we got to try to stay focused, and engaged. And I got to do a better job in, getting my team together down the stretches.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have.
That's much.
What do you attribute the kind of turnaround?
Just fight. Like, just seems like we had like I don't know, like, Dave, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but like, just felt like we had like this sense of fight and start pressing, pushing, playing good defense. We had a sense of urgency. I think that's probably the best words that I could use, like a sense of urgency. Coach got into us. But, with an exception of the first quarter, we weren't too bad. But this is the NBA. If you come out kind of lacking and kind of, hanging out during the game, these teams, especially a team like Milwaukee, they're trying to go back to back. You got Brook that's trying to get back in rhythm. Drew was out early in the year. He's trying to get back in rhythm. Javon Carter, those guys who kind of came over later. We know what G. Hill does. Serge trying to get acclimated. So these guys, this is an opportunity for them to kind of sharpen their knives and their tools getting ready to go into the playoffs. So those guys are good. And so we came in kind of lackadaisical. And when you do that, this is the NBA. And these are the defending champs. Whether Giannis and Chris plays or not, they got a really good team. I think, I attribute to us just kind of playing harder and playing with a little bit of sense of urgency. But you don't get any, this isn't participation grade where you get an A for, showing up. We have to come in and play like that from the beginning to the end and sustain it and try to get a win.
Shoot around pregame and then start a game like that. Did you tell before the game something's off, or was it just like as soon as the ball got?
I can feel it. I have a discernment. I can feel it. But you can only kind of control what you can control. That's why I am thankful I play and not a coach, because Coach West has a difficult job because you're trying to get 15 guys to be on one accord, one page, and not even knowing what you outside of the court has to be done. And so it's a difficult, task. But for me as a player, you do have some say-so in your play, and you can control what you can control, so you can control your play. So I kind of usually don't, you try to rally the troops, talk to the guys, and everybody ain't gonna have a great day. You're playing 82 games. So it just kind of, we was a little off a little bit. And then we kind of, after the first quarter, I think we kind of caught some sense of momentum.
How did Coach get guys going?
Yeah. In a deep, strong voice. He got on us. He told us, he was like, we got to fight, in a sense, in so many words. We know Coach is a fighter. And so, he's trying to take that energy and breathe it in all of us. And so it was a situation where he came in and said what he said with a lot of energy. I guess that's what you could call it, a lot of energy. But he was mad. He was frustrated. And then we settled in, and then that's, when we kind of made a little bit of a run.
Did that occur between the first and second quarters, sometime during the first quarter?
When did that happen? It happened on two occasions. It happened in the first, somewhat in the second quarter, into the first, where he was like, what are we doing? In a sense. And then it happened again when they went on a run. I think Serge hit that three and went up. They went up back up by 24, 26, something happened. Or George Hill made the layup or something when we was down 26. And, Coach was just like, all right, now what we going to do? We're going to fold and we're going to fight. And so we had a sense of fight and got back in the game.
Just have a really question. Reese seems to play really well when you're on the floor with them.
That's my guy.
Yeah, your what do you do to help him kind of keep that momentum playing?
We help each other. Rui was here when I was my rookie year. So his rookie year. I'm sorry, not my rookie year. I was old. But we built that connection because he would come off the bench with me. And we built that connection that year, then last year. And so this year we just kind of kept it going. And so many things that he can do out on the floor, post up mismatches. He's really good at dribble handoffs. And so I go down here and throw it back. He's a really good spot up shooter, really good off the dribble. And so my job as a point guard is try to figure out how I can get him and all other guys that I'm out there with easier shots. And sometimes you make it easy and throw him the ball and get out the way. And sometimes you have to do the work and spoon feed him, whether it's layups or kick out threes. And so for me, we just have that connection just from the beginning, just playing through training camp last year, whole season. 2 years ago, training camp. Then again, last year, training camp, the whole season. And then this year, we just kind of haven't, missed a beat and just kind of consistently just play at that level. So, and he keeps getting better. So it's special to kind of watch him play. Now he's shooting freaking 57% from the three, which is an extra added part of his game.
That's it, Ish. Thank you.
Oh, dang.